It has been a month since I last talked about Into the Radius. During that period, I have played through the 1.0 version that deserves its own video, thus I'm not gonna talk about it.
Mission in real life. I have the video. It's horrendous.
A major announcement has been made during that time too. Creative Mobile Games, the devs of the game, are officially developing a Quest 2 version of the game. A closed beta where people get accepted in waves was also set to take place around summer. Yesterday I got access to this beautiful Quest 2 port of the game and I'm gonna do some PC comparisons, while also seeing what's new in the Quest 2 port. Despite the lower graphics, there are some really cool changes already. I would also like to address that this is only the second beta build of the game, so anything you see is subject to change and guaranteed to be improved. Without further ado, grab some cold drink in these hot days and enjoy the video. To start off, let's take a look at the Unpsc Safehouse first. We can see that the game lost a bit of texture detail and the textures seem a bit muddy. This is absolutely understandable though. Keep in mind this is basically running on a mobile phone. The geometry detail on the objects are surprisingly high up close. In the distance, the game seems to switch between low poly and high poly objects. Of course, this is also in the PC version. It's a normal thing to do to improve performance. We can also see some pre-baked lights and shadows, which are dynamic on the PC version. Baking lights improves performance a lot because the game doesn't have to calculate the shadows and lights in real time. This is how Explorer 61's room looks on the Quest 2. This is how Explorer 61's room looks on PC VR. Here's a side-by-side image. This is how your backpack looks. The transparent cube has been removed. I don't know if this is to get better performance by not rendering any low opacity cubes, or if this simply looks better and will be updated on the PC too. I personally like this more, but the cube doesn't bother me. The drawer opening on the Quest 2 version has a hand pose pre-made. This is a really cool update compared to the PC version of the game. There are no dust particles like in the PC version though. Loading bullets into your magazine is the same and feels as satisfying as ever. Gunplay is as great as ever. The guns just feel so satisfying in the game. The flashlight and lighter both look amazing on the Quest 2. It's really impressive to see that they managed to pull this off, while After the Fall, for example, couldn't. Areas seem to be a lot darker than on the PC version though. I suppose this is because of something being wrong with the pre-baked lights, but it could also be just intentional. This is the radius on the Quest 2. This is the radius on PC VR. The Quest 2 version seems to have changed the environment a bit. As you can see, the PC version has nothing in this little area other than grass. On the Quest 2, there is a little parking lot and you can even find loot in the cars. This is amazing detail. The high hunting tower has been replaced with a small one made out of wood. This is probably to hide the low render distance of the game. Textures are of course not as good as the PC version, but you really don't notice it once you start playing. Also, the Quest 2 version does not support full body IK. You only have hands, just like in Pavlov. The enemies have less animations and seem to walk a little weird. They are also more grey than black. You also can't throw probes as far as in the PC version. This is a little thing I noticed. Weapon cleaning feels as great as ever. In the Quest 2 version, the game uses fixed foveated rendering. This is basically rendering the middle of the screen in high quality and the edges in half resolution, for example. It saves a lot of performance. This is my comparison so far. If you want more, let me know in the comments. If you liked this, subscribe. If you didn't, don't. This port definitely deserves its own video, which will come eventually. Until then, Explorer.